My name's Ed Hearn. I'm president of St. Augustine High School, and we are on the patio, that is VACI patio. We thought we would interview Nicole Yoakum, who is a campus minister, and Nicole has been with us for 6 years and is in charge of the retreat program. So I'd like to welcome you, Nicole, to this program. And why don't we take off our masks? We are socially distanced perfectly, and I think we'll be safe. So Nicole, I'm kind of curious how you ever got here. Like, I know you're from Rhode Island. I know you went to LaSalle Academy in Rhode Island, and I mean, that's 3,000 miles away, and here you are in Southern California. How did that happen?
So when I graduated college, I was trying to figure out what to do next. And at the time, I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to take, but I knew I loved service. I knew I loved retreats. And so I started looking at postgraduate year of service programs. And the Augustinian Volunteers stood out to me because they focus so much on community. I loved how small of a program it was. I loved how intentional it was. And they had some amazing placements in campus ministry. And so I interviewed with them. They told me about this awesome school in San Diego that had some retreat programs that they were looking for someone to help out with. And so before I knew it, I was heading out here to sunny California and haven't looked back since.
Well, that's wonderful. So you've been here 6 years, so you must have some impressions of the place. So what do you think? How does the community work for you?
I love the community here. The thing that stood out to me at first was how embedded this community is in the entire San Diego area. My first year here, I met alums who had graduated a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they were still coming back around. Right. And I loved that. I loved that this was not a 4-year experience, but it was a lifetime commitment that you were kind of becoming a member of this family. And so that was kind of my initial impression of the community, and it has just deepened from there. I've begun to see kind of the deeper roots that we have in this community and the ways in which once you're in this family, you're always in this family, and they're always going to watch out for you.
Right. So your volunteer year was just a year.
Correct.
And I noticed you've been here a few more years. So the year ends, and what was the opportunity for you?
So once that year ended, we had a priest retiring, and so the Christian service position was opened. And I went back and forth for a while. I was planning on going to grad school back at Villanova. But something about this community was just tugging at my heart. I was actually on a Kairos retreat when I made the decision with some students, and I was just so impressed with our junior class at the time. I felt like they had such potential as leaders, and it was breaking my heart to realize that I was not going to get to see them be those leaders on campus. And so I just decided that this was kind of the place that held my heart, and this was where I wanted to continue growing in my journey in education. So haven't looked back since.
That's awesome. So let's talk about the retreat program. I know the junior retreat has undergone some significant change. Could you tell us about that?
Sure. So the last 4 or 5 years, we've actually taken our junior class, the entire class, up to Anaheim for the LA Religious Ed Congress. And it's a wonderful event, but it does require us to leave here at 5:15 in the morning. And as much as the guys enjoyed the event, I think that the early morning was a really difficult thing to overcome. And so we've decided to change it to a pilgrimage. So I've been pretty fortunate in that I was able to take students on a pilgrimage to Spain to walk part of El Camino a couple years back. And the guys who went on that had a wonderful time getting to know one another. They really deepened their friendships and their bonds of community in just walking and talking with their fellow saintsmen. And so we wanted to take that pilgrimage idea and to bring it back to campus. And so our entire junior class is going to be doing a 10-mile pilgrimage. We've cut it back around San Diego. We're going to get the chance to stop at St. Pat's, which is an Augustinian school as well. And we're going to go to St. Vincent's, which is the original site of Saints, as well as a few other stops around the central San Diego area. So it should be a lot of fun and a great chance for them to come together as a class and to really get to know other guys who maybe they've sat next to these 4 years or 3 years, but haven't had a chance to really get to know one-on-one yet.
So tell me about Kairos. I know that you have a couple of Kairoses coming up, and what is the information that you would like all the senior class to have and the community?
Kairos is why I'm here. Honestly, when I think back to my journey of retreats and how they've impacted who I am as a person, it all began with Kairos when I was in high school back in Rhode Island. Kairos is a chance to just get away with your classmates. It's a chance to deepen your friendships with them, to deepen your understanding of who you are as a person and where you're looking to go, as well as who God is in your life and how you're going to deepen your relationship with Him. And so it's a really amazing experience for you to have at such a pivotal time in your life. Your senior year is a chance where you're kind of closing one chapter of your life and getting ready to open up a new one. And it's a wonderful time to just begin to process all of that.
I have gone on more than a few Kairoses during my lifetime, and they're even significant for an older guy like me. And I know for a younger guy can make all the difference. So if you're out there and you're thinking about, I need a little time alone with my friends, this is what you want to do. So Nicole, thank you for being with us today. I really, really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy.